Welcome back, you guys. I am so excited for today's video, not only because I have good news, but also because I got in the new Bella Beauty Bar Come Play With Us palette. It is so freaking cool. We have Halloween meets Christmas and done in such a cool way, and I am so excited to show you guys the looks that I created because I went full on like Christmas festive with this one, but I love the first one that I created as well, and I'm excited to share my good news with you. So let's go ahead and get started. If this is your first time here, my name is Heather, and I love all things makeup, but especially colorful makeup and indie brands. And if you happen to love those things too, I really hope you will stick around, subscribe. I would love to see you down below in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts on this launch. And now for my exciting news. I actually got this in PR, and if you have been here on my channel and you know, for a decent amount of time, you know Bella Beauty Bar is one of my top favorite brands of all time, and this is a huge deal for me. So I am so excited. Like, this is the brand that I have been dying to get PR from. I'm not added on their PR list or anything, but they were very kind enough to send this to me, and I am so freaking thrilled. Like, there is not enough words. I literally did a dance in my kitchen as I opened this box. I opened it before I even started my pot of coffee. That should say a lot because coffee is life for me, especially when I first get up in the morning. But I am just so freaking thrilled, you guys. So thank you so much to those of you who always use my code with the brand. It really does mean so much, and it's things like that that help me get these opportunities, and I can never thank you enough. So just know you guys are the freaking best, and I could, like, I know I said it already, but I could just never thank you enough. And thank you to Bella Beauty Bar for kindly sending this my way. I really, really do appreciate it. And obviously, I am so excited. So, as I mentioned, I do have a code with Bella Beauty Bar that is AOML, and it will save you 10% off of your order. It is affiliated, so if you use it, I do appreciate it. But I will have the palette along with everything I use in both looks linked down below in the description box in case you are curious about anything that is on my face in either look. But this palette is so cool. Like I said, it's kind of Halloween meets Christmas, and this color story is gorgeous. It's more than Christmas. It's like Christmas and winter and just fun and beautiful, and I love it. So the Come Play With Us magnetic palette retails for $72 US before a code. It has 6 high intensity multichromes and 2 ultra metallics and 7 buttery mattes. These metallics are so metallic. I actually have the metallic gold on my lids right now, and it is so freaking gorgeous. I love it so much, but there are a lot of really gorgeous shades in this palette. And you know me, I do show swatches, of course, in the beginning, but I also do finger swatches, hand swatches of everything as I'm going, because I can never keep my hands out of stuff, especially when it's a Bella Beauty Bar shimmer. I am so freaking excited for this one, and I'm excited for you guys to see the looks. So let's go ahead and get started with look number 1, and be sure to let me know which look you like the most down below. I am so excited to be creating looks with this palette. I think it's iconic that they did a spooky Christmas palette. It's so cool. My jaw literally hit the floor when I seen just the front cover of this. I am just so thrilled. But I already primed my eyes, and I used my Sigma eyeshadow base in the shade Persuade, but in the inner corner I used my white primer. It's from DIEVERUNE Cosmetics, and it's the color and cover. But I'm excited to get into this look. I think it's going to turn out really beautiful. So I want to go in with this shade Isolation first. It's the reason I used the white primer, because I really want it to pop, which I will say they have some of the best like pastels and neons in their collection, like their palettes and stuff. I love them. They always seem to work really well for me, but I still wanted it to really pop. And on a white base, I feel like you always give them their best chance. So I'm just packing this shade on with an E06. I was actually going to do a completely different look, but I went left. I swerved. But for good reason, because I think this is going to turn out amazing. I'm also going to use this Morphe M332 brush and go into the shade Twins. And I'm going to use this to deepen up the crease. Most of it's going on the lid, but that's fine, because I just want it to deepen a little. I'm so excited about these color combos. I love like the muted blues in this palette. I think they're so pretty. And I haven't done a blue look in a minute. Now I want to go into this shade, Typewriter. And I might use some of Twins to blend it out, but we're going to start with this one and see. So just using another E06 to start. Ooh, that's pigmented. And I'm just pressing this in the rest of the crease. I just love the color of this. It's a very popular color right now with cars. I keep seeing like the new Bronco in this color, and I want it. I want it so bad. Amanda thinks they're ugly, but I think they're so cute. Very random thought. But I just want to press this everywhere throughout the crease. I'm not even sure what I'm going to do with shimmers because there's so many good options, but oh, I'm really excited for this matte combo too. I'm going to use the E03 to start blending this out, and that shade Twins. Sometimes the Sigma eye base can be hard to blend deeper shades on by themselves because it really like adheres to the shadow, but that also makes it a really good primer. If you struggle with like oily lids or anything like that, it'll really keep it in place. And I think I want to take these same colors down here on the lower lash line, starting with that baby blue Isolation right there in the inner corner. And then let's do the darker one. I'll use the pencil brush from Singe, the E11. Just run this along the lower lash line. Make sure it meets up with that outer corner. And then I'll use that shade Twins, which is like the mid-tone blue, to blend out the edges of this. Okay, so I cleaned off the lid because I want to add a blob of green. I think that could be fun too. So I'm going to use another E25 brush from Sigma, and we're going in with Hedge Maze, which I love that color, and it looks very nicely pigmented. So I'm just going to tap this here and make it go over some. I'll also use it to deepen up the outer corner as well, but for the most part, I want to spread it out on this lid. It feels like there's a hair or something on this. Like I can see it, you know what I mean? But this combo is everything I ever dreamed of. It reminds me of The Shining when they're in the hedge maze, the original Shining, and it's like winter. But I switched over to an E27 from Sigma so that I can like finesse this here in the outer corner and the outer crease situation. Let's add a little to the lower lash line too. It's a very pretty color. It's giving forest green vibes. My eye is starting to water, so we're gonna not pay attention to that inner corner situation. Now I need to figure out what shimmer I want to do because there are like so many options. We have this shade Shine. It has like a green shift to it that it's very soft, almost like lime, which is really pretty. I don't know like if that shift's really picking up on camera. I just almost swatched the same shade. Then we have 237, which is really pretty and bright, but it has a gorgeous like blue purple shift. This one, Snowcat, is like one of the most gorgeous like cobalty shades I've ever seen, but it almost looks purple too. And then Imaginary Friend is probably my favorite in the palette. I might end up going with this one. Oh, it's so pretty. There's so many different colors in there. It's one of those marbled shades, but it's a multi-chrome as well. And then we also have Blizzard, which is like really pretty. This light blue, green, purple situation. That is so stunning. And then we also have Frostbite, which is really pretty. It's like an iridescent shade. Okay, so before we do shimmers, I'm going in with my Bella Beauty Bar primer. And I'm just gonna plop this on the lid over some of that green and over into the inner corner over some of that blue as well. I'm really hoping my eye will stop watering. And I'm gonna start out with that shade Imaginary Friend, which is this shade. Oh, it's so pretty. And I'm gonna plop that. That is so stunning, you guys. Oh, that's so pretty. It has like a little bit of red reflect in it too. It would be really pretty with that forest green and this bright red matte. Well, it's more of like a brick red matte, but you get the gist. It's vibrant. And that is stunning. I'll have to take like the green over it. But what shade next? I'm thinking a little bit of this and then fade into this. So this shade was this one. It's the shade Blizzard. And I'm thinking we could do a little of this, like kind of on the edge here, to give it more of like that green pop. I love mixing Bella Beauty Bar shades. Yeah, that's really pretty. Then I'll use an E01, if I can find one. Here it is, from Singe, and we'll go into this shade. I'm kind of shocked there's no hollows in this palette. I mean, you don't need them. There's tons of gorgeous shades in here, but they usually do a lot of hollows. Then I'll mix Blizzard in with that shade a little so they kind of fade. Blizzard and Frostbite. Yeah, those are really pretty together mixed. Then I'm going back in with Hedge Maze on the E30 pencil brush from Sigma, just to finesse this outer corner. Oh, I love it so much. I'm back with the finished look, and I would have loved so much to have used this for the intro look, but this eye will not stop watering, so it's not gonna happen. It's making it look terrible. But that's the life of allergies, especially for me. So we're just gonna move along, and I'm gonna tell you what I used. So I used a little bit of the white liner from GLISTEN in the inner part, and the blue you see in the waterline is the LA Girl Shockwave Neon Eyeliner in the shade Electric, and it's very pigmented. It's a really good liner. And for mascara, I did the SEPHORA Love the Lift on the bottom lashes and the Maybelline Firework Sensational Lash on the top. And I've been using these lashes a lot, the ones that were a collab between Blind Bunny and Robert Welsh. I love them. And today I have on the full lash because that's the ones I've been using a lot lately. But you guys, this is so much fun. I cannot wait to play with this again tomorrow. I really want to do something with the red. I don't know. I'm going to have to figure something out. But I think this palette is so freaking gorgeous and so exciting and fun. And I love it. It's been a blast so far. I really wish this eye would have cooperated with me, but I still think the look turned out so beautiful. I cannot wait to hear your thoughts on this, but let's go ahead now and move on to look number 2. I'm back for look number 2, and I'm excited. I cannot wait to get into it, because I'm definitely going to be playing with the reds, and I think they're going to be beautiful, hopefully, as long as I do it right. But I'm going to start this out pretty easy. Actually, this whole look should be really easy, but first, let me turn down my phone because I just got an influx of incoming texts, which is something I don't need right now. But I'm going to use the E06 and just go ahead and pack this shade Caretaker all through the crease, and then I'll use the E03, but I want to like get as much pigment of this as I can, like in the front half especially, and then also like along the crease, and then I'll blend it up. I mean, it's a light shade, yes, but I want to make sure I get as much pigment as I can, like I said. But I think this look is going to be dead on Christmas. And then I'll switch over to the E03. I finally ordered the other 3 Singe Beauty liners that I didn't have, and I'm excited to get them in. Because I know I've talked about them in a couple of videos, but I love them so much. I have on the shade Radical Rosewood right now, and they are all I can use at this moment. They're so freaking gorgeous. I love the colors she picked because I don't feel like they're traditional colors, and they're just so fun. Like, oh, I just love them. They make me so happy. I'm going to go ahead and use an E04 and take this down here as well. I don't exactly know what I want to do with the lower lash line. I'm going to have to try to figure that out. But first, I want to try to get as many of the mattes done up top as I can, and then I'll try to decide. I ordered me some more Christmas earrings today off of Amazon. These are the only ones I have. I do have some snowflake ones, but the ones I found are so freaking cute. I can't wait to show them to you guys. I'm so excited to get them in. But now we're going to move over to the shade Red Rum. I love that so much. But I'm going to use the E06. Again, I'm just going to clean it off on my Sigma switch. And now that I got a base down, just pack this in throughout the crease. Also, I used my Sigma eye base in the shade Persuade. And I'm going to take this all the way in. I was so excited to post my video with the Nomad palette today. I wanted to post it on the 1st, which was the day they showed the palette, but I also wanted to show you guys the extras. So they weren't actually showing them until the 2nd, so I had to wait till today. But the look that I created with that palette, I think it's look number 1. I loved both of them, but look number 1 was my absolute favorite. I loved it so much. I thought it was so good, and I can't wait to hear you guys' thoughts. I haven't been able to read comments yet. I'm excited about this red, you guys. I think it's going to be so gorgeous. I'm switching over to my E03. I picked up some more of that red because I want to bring this up. I basically just wanted that lighter shade down so I'd have something to blend on that would make it more seamless. And it really helps like blend those edges out. And I'll just keep like blending and building up until I get it to where I'm happy with it. So I'm going to pack on some of the color too with this E25 in the crease. That way I can try to get a lot of dimension from this one shade. And that's something I really love about the Bella Beauty Bar Mattes, is their shades are really awesome for that. Okay, so I love this. Look at that. The dimension I got from that shade. Like, oh, it makes me so happy. So, and I love a good red. But, oh, I wanted to say, this would be good all on its own. And you could take this shade, the Gold Room, and just put that all over the lid. That's such an easy look. You could also do Imaginary Friend all over the lid, which would be so cool. I think Gold Room would be better though. And it's a freaking stunning gold metallic. Now I need another wipe though. So I'm going to use a wipe to clean this off, kind of like I've been doing a lot in my last few videos. And I'm just going to make a little spot right here. And then I'll use my Sigma eyeshadow base to fill that back in, and then we're going to go in with the green, which is what I did in the last look, I think. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember. Sometimes it all blurs together, but I did love that look. Now I'm going to use another E25 brush and go into that Deep Forest Green Hedge Maze and just add this out here. And do another blob. I just love the look of this sometimes. I feel like it just adds so much to the look. But you do have to be careful with red and green, because they can muddy up. But I will have to try to pack this green on out here, because it is deeper than the red. So I also want it to make sense, you know, in flow. So I just kind of put that down at an angle, and then I'll clean off the brush and use the other side to try to fade this. So it's giving this kind of like a winged effect, because I don't want to blend too much and mess or muddy anything up. Okay, so I'm going to leave it like this, and then when I do the lower lash line, I'll just sharpen it out. That's the plan. So for the lower lash line, I'm going to do the red halfway and then the green, and I'll barely blend them because I can use a shimmer in the center to cover up like where they meet so it doesn't look muddy, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm going with. I think it's a good plan. So I'm going to start with Red Rum and just tap that off and work this in here and take it about halfway. Then I'll use a Singe Beauty E11 brush, the little pencil brush, and go in with Hedge Maze out here. Actually, let's do the E07 and then I'll blend with that brush so I could be more precise, because this is a very pigmented shade. I'll use the another E07 and go back into that red and just re-intensify that line right there. Yeah, I think that's really cool. I love this. I love this so much. So now I'm going in with the Bella Beauty Bar primer. And I'm going to put that like in the center where I typically put it. Because I've been loving the matte inner corner, as you know. So I'm going to take it slightly over this green. And then with a clean finger, tap over the red just a little as well. So I really wanted to use the metallic red on the lid, but I think it could be even better if I did this shade, because to me it doesn't make sense to add the red here with the green, you know what I mean? It just feels off. So I'm gonna use this shade, the green, and lay it like over this green, and I think that was a very good choice. I was gonna say it might be cool, but then I looked up and it was a really good choice. Yeah, that is amazing. I need to use a brush though, so I don't get like a mess everywhere. I'm gonna use this little brush from Singe, the E11. I mean the E07. Look at me saying that like, oh sure. I'm gonna spray it with my MAC Fix Plus. That way I can really just lay this down nicely. I love this with my whole entire heart. Okay, now, speaking of gold, that's what we're going into next. The gold room. I already showed you how amazing this one is. And it really is so reflective. I want to put this on some of that green. It kind of helps the two shades layer very nicely. Look at this. I love this, guys. This is so cool. I'm going to do the same thing and just spray it. I never use this brush for shimmers, but this is laying them down really nicely, and the way it presses them in, especially when you spray it, it really like makes them shine. It's a really good brush. It's a very good eye look. Okay, now I'm using a clean E01. Well, let's pick up a little bit of this gold and tap off the extra. That way I can make it fade into the red. This is a freaking awesome Christmas palette. It's for us folks who don't like to let go of Halloween. Then I'll use the E01 that has a little bit of that red on it to really finesse that whole situation. I love this. Oh, this is what my Christmas dreams are made of. Now, we're going to move along to the lower lash line. So, I'm going to do, let's do a little bit of the red first, because I'm dying to use it. It's the shade Elevator. Such a stunning, stunning metallic red. It's like a blood red. It's so pretty. Oh, and apparently my face right there. And apparently my face right there wasn't set. So that was my bad. I'll have to fix that off camera. So what now? Okay, I need to blend this. Let's use a little bit of the gold. I want a lot of it, just a little. like that. That's super cool. And then I'll do the green right here in the center. There it is. Oh, I love this so much, you guys. I cannot wait to hear what you think. Seriously, I love this. I am back with the finished look, and I love it. I did have so much trouble out of this eye watering. I don't know what is going on with my allergies lately, but I do love the way this turned out so freaking much. I think it's so beautiful, and I've never really done anything like this where it kind of turned out to be a wing but is finished off into the shimmers. I think that is so pretty and so fun, and I really love it. So for liner, I used two. I used the shade green from GLISTEN Cosmetics, and I also did this caviar stick from Laura Mercier, but it's in the shade Metallic Taupe. This is actually an eyeshadow crayon, but I used it as eyeliner because I wanted some gold in the waterline too, and I think it turned out so beautiful. So for mascara, I did the Firework mascara again from Maybelline, and again the same lashes that I did yesterday, which I'll have linked down below in the description box. But like I said, love this so much. I think this turned out so beautiful. I love both looks that I did, so I don't know which one's my favorite because I think they were both so good. Kind of leaning towards this one a little more, but I don't know. I might change my mind when I'm editing back the footage and seeing it again and seeing them side by side. But let me know which one you guys love down below. As for this palette, I think it's freaking fantastic. I have used every shade in it except for this matte, and I love it so much. I love all of these shades. These two metallics are so stunning. This, oh, I didn't use the blue either, but I'm dying. Yeah, I did. I used it on the lower lash line, but I would love to use it on like the whole lid and like see it all, and like just the way it shines. I would just love to see it all over the lid, but it's just stunning. I just had so much fun with this. I think this is such a gorgeous color story and so unique for their brand. I think the whole concept was a fun idea with the spooky theme and the Christmas color story. It's for us people that love Christmas and Halloween, or maybe you just don't want to let go of Halloween. I don't know, but I just think they did such a good job, and I was so excited when I saw the launch and them saying, "Did you think we were done?" Oh, this is my like favorite format of palette that they do, but they are one of my top favorite brands, and that is for very good reasons. They have one of my favorite formulas and mattes and all of the different shimmer formulas they have. They are just truly so fantastic, and I'm so excited to have this in my hand and truly honored that I got it in PR. That is a freaking dream come true because Bella Beauty Bar is like at the very top of my list, so I'm just so thrilled. But you guys are going to have to let me know, did you pick this one up? If you did, what are your thoughts on it? I cannot wait to hear from you, and let me know which look was your favorite. But let me know, did you guys pick this one up? Do you plan on picking it up maybe during Black Friday if they have a sale? I cannot wait to hear your thoughts. I think it's so freaking cool though. But thank you guys so much for watching this video all the way till the end. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help me out, and until next time, bye.